Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a playthrough of the new expansion for Heat, the Legends expansion. And a disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So this new Legends expansion is a small box one, but it's exactly what I was hoping they would make for the game. It adds in new cards for the Legend NPC racers that allows you to race with up to 12 of them if they eventually release all 12 colors for the game, which I guess they will. So I'm going to be crazy and try to do an entire 9-car lineup here. Additionally, the new expansion adds difficulty variants where you can change up the power of the Legend racers. It also has this power-up deck that's going to be boosting certain racers more at higher difficulties each round, and the power-up deck lets you have some rivals in the race, especially powerful cars you're really going against. It also includes some new sponsorship cards, and that's about it. But the really cool thing with this one is that it lets you play tournaments more successfully, where you string multiple races together, because you can just keep increasing the difficulty as you go, which is what I'm going to be showing on camera today. So I'm going to be doing the Going Global Championship. I'm going to show just the first 2 races, otherwise the video will go too long. So I'll show you race 1 in Japan and then race 2 in France. And even though I've played Heat a billion times on the channel, I actually have not shown a championship before, so let me talk you through some of the key things going on here. So first I have randomized the starting placement. I'm red and I got kind of lucky. I'm in 3rd place. You also use the weather in the championship, so I randomly drew that we have, windy weather. So I started with 1 extra heat card. That's just good. So I have 8 instead of 7. And if there were any weather-specific sections of the track, then there'd be no slipstreaming, but I didn't draw any. Instead, I got a mix of tokens adjusting the corners and the straightaways. I'll talk about those as they come up in the race. I've also got the special power of this one. In press corners, you gain 2 sponsorship cards instead of 1, but that handshake with a 0 on the right means we don't start with any sponsorship cards. And those B and C letters mean that both the B and the C corner, here's one of them, are press corners where if we can slipstream through the corner, or if we exceed the normal max speed of the corner by 2 or more, like 4 in this case, we get 1 sponsorship card, or in the case of this championship, 2 with that special power. Also in a championship, you only start with 1 advanced garage card per race, so I get to look at 4 and choose 1. I've got this body card that would let me move 1, but discard up to 3 stress cards, which is the total I have in my entire deck. Not sure I need that. Then I've got front wing with the drafting symbol from the Tunnel Vision expansion. So the hand symbol means I can play this from my hand after I see how everything turns out. The bottom symbol means I can put it on top of my deck. And the top symbol means that I can draft 1 space if the spaces between me and the car in front of me, 2 in front of me, are empty, to slide up to that car and then potentially slipstream. Might not be as good as it could be in a 9-car race because it's going to be so crowded. I don't know if I get to use it. Then I've got wings, which give me 2 heat, but they move me 6, and they make any corners I go through have +3 max. Wow. That'd be really good for the press corners, wouldn't it? That might be the one. Or finally, I've got sliding skirts from the most recent expansion. It's a 4 or 6. It gives me an extra slipstream, which again could be good in a crowded field like this, but it costs me 1 heat. Yeah, I think it's between those 2, but just specifically for the press corners, I'm going to go for the wings. And a final note before I jump in, I'm playing on Japan, one of the racetracks from the Heavy Rains expansion, so they have flooded spaces. And what that means is if I try to shift down a gear while I'm in one of these spaces at the beginning of my turn, I have to take 1 heat. But with all that set up, let's jump into the race. So first thing, I should note that on the current section of track I'm in, this symbol means that I can boost for free without taking a heat, which seems good to me because I want to get as far forward as I can because this is one of those spots where you can potentially go through 2 turns at once. And the Legends with these little chevron symbols will be able to get through their double as well. So I've got 11 spaces to go and I can get a free boost. So I think I'll just go up to 2nd gear. And then I guess if I go 7, then even the longest boost of 4 would not hurt me. So let's try that. But let's show you first how the new Legends work with purple in 1st and gray in 2nd. So now in each turn you draw 2 cards. You've got the actual Legends card and you've got the power-up card. So based on difficulty, 2 or more of the racers are going to show a star above their helmet. That means that they benefit from the power-up this turn. Oof, purple, who's in 1st place, is getting one. Besides that, the stuff is all the same. The number is how far they go if they are not about to go into or through a turn, and the higher number is how they will go if they're in the turn. And the power-up has 2 sides. On the left is the power-up, the bonus that everybody who has a star above their head, in this case purple and blue, will get. On the right is an extra bonus for any of your rivals in the race. But in the first race of a championship, you have no rivals. Whichever two racers get the highest score in the first race become your rivals for the next race, and they keep on switching to be whoever is winning or closest to winning the tournament. But in this case, purple and blue are going to get to draft up to 3, the exact same way that it works for a player where there can't be any cars in between. That little +1 speed at the bottom means that if that does not apply, if they can't draft, they'll gain +1 to their movement instead. Meanwhile, the icon on the right is called impeding, and it means that if the rivals were in the race, which again they aren't, they would take all the spots in their row and make it harder for other cars to fit in. All right, so let's go through. We got purple moving 17, which is way too far. So the +1 won't matter. They'll just go to the 2. I don't think the +1 applies to this into the corner movement. I think it just applies to their max movement if they have the room to go. Although actually looking at it now, it says apply this movement after the normal movement, so I guess they will go to the 1 space. Yeah, showing purple is way ahead, so 17 is way too far. So they would go to the 2, and then they scoot forward 1 more. Because, again, the drifting movement didn't apply. They would have to drift up behind another car. Gray goes 13, also way too far, and ends up at the 1. And then I go 7. I'm going to do my free boost. Oh, wow, which ends up being a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. Love that. I mean, I guess a 3 and a 2 would have let me slipstream, so really a 1 would have been the only bad draw here. Okay, now I think this is a tough one. In my deck here, somewhere is that 6 card that would let me go through both those turns crazy style, which I definitely want. What are my chances, though? If I discard all 3 of these, I would have seen 7 cards plus this 8 out of my starting 16. So yeah, I'd have a pretty good chance. All right, so I'm going to discard all 3 of these and hope to get my 6. And I did, and I got a 1. Okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to tear through this turn, even though I will take some heat. All right, now blue's movement was 11, which, puts him exactly at the 0. And then he had a star, which would have let him draft. Now, it says he would get +1 movement. I don't think that would let them move through the turn, right? They can't move through the turn unless they started past here. Because that would just break the game, right? If they could move 20 spaces and then go past the corner. So I'm going to assume that if they have not passed this line, they can't go past the corner. I think that's the right interpretation, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'll just quickly run through the cars in the back. I will note now with the new Legends expansion that the furthest back car, and if you have 5+ cars, the second furthest back car, do get to benefit from Adrenaline and will take 1 extra move if they can. But in this case, it didn't matter. Everyone just filled in the back. All right, for this next turn, it's pretty straightforward and obvious what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 7, which with my wings will not hurt me at all, because this corner, or actually both of these corners, because it applies to both of them, would give you 1 more heat if you exceed their value. Unfortunately, these aren't press corners. I would have also gotten some sponsorship cards, because I'm definitely going more than 2 over. All right, I am first here, so going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, I'm within 2 of going through the next corner, although I might want to do 4 to get the sponsorships. But I do take 2 heat, and that's that. Okay, I will keep the 2. I think I'll get rid of the 3. Well, we are about to go into a big straightaway. I guess I'll keep all of this? I don't know. Well, no, I want to get to my heats faster to get rid of them, so let's get rid of both of those. All right, here's the cards for my friends again. Only black is getting a star because I'm red. But blue goes 1, 2, 3, 4, since they can go through both corners because they're on a chevron space. But once again, the black power didn't matter, and here's where everybody ended up. So still a very close race. I thought I was pulling ahead, but not really much at all. All right, coming to the next turn, I've got some options. I could go down to first gear to use my wings, which would only make me take a single heat, well, plus 2 more, because I'd be going through the turn at a 5, but that would get me the press turn. I could just do the 1 and the 2, stay in second gear, and then I can book it up to fourth gear. Or I could do like the 2 and a boost. I mean, if I got a 3 or a 4, that'd be terrible, but if I got a 2 at a minimum, I would get the double promotion cards. Well, you know what? Here, let's do a 1 and a boost, staying in second gear. We'll see how that goes. Let's flip for it. And we got a 2. Darn it. So I did not go over the turn by 2, which means I don't get any cards, but I still take 1 heat for exceeding it once. And then I'm in a straightaway. So, I mean, I guess I'll keep the 6. Although I don't really want to go get 2 more heat. Nah, actually, I'll get rid of the 6 and the 2 and just keep the boost that I can't discard, or sorry, the stress. By the way, in this straightaway, we can slipstream 1 farther, which won't matter if I'm still in front. All right, here we go for the other racers. We keep on getting the same thing. I did shuffle these. And let's just run through it. And yeah, I think I did that right. Everyone just ended up right in the same place. Only Gray and I have gone through the turn. But now, you know, the AI tends to just blast 3 straightaways. I'm sure they'll get way past me. All right, and here's my hand. So I'm thinking I don't take a heat to go up to 4th gear. I think I just go up to 3rd gear safely, and then I can take a heat to boost maybe. So I'm playing these 3 for my cards. Oh, and got lucky. I ended up getting a 3 for the extra one. That's only 11 out of 25. And then I'll take a heat. How many do I have left? Only 3. Oh, nope, I left one on the board, 4. Great, and I got a 1. Worthless. All right, and now the big one. Yeah, Gray's going 16, so he'll definitely pass me by. This symbol means that anybody who has not passed their turn, like everybody except Gray, if they got a star, they would count as moving 20. But I don't think it's going to matter very much here. All right, every racer made it in. White had to use the adrenaline bonus move to get past. But as expected, Gray is pretty far ahead of me. So I've got 13 more to go. I do have wings. If I want to use them, I have some heat. Did 4, 2, and a plus. So average, that's going to move me, like 8 or 9? I don't really have any other good options. So yeah, I guess I'll stay in 3rd gear. I don't want to use the wings here to take +2 heat, right? All right, so we got a 3, although I shouldn't be resolving it. Yeah, let's just see what they're doing. Okay, Gray got 2. 7. How they make it through the turn, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, then I'm doing my 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I am just in range to go through the turn. I mean, actually, if I use my wings, it would be 9 max move. So I could use like the wings and a higher thing and go down into 2nd gear. Although going down a gear in the water would force me to lose some points. Oh, that's also the press corner. So I want to go faster, huh? Maybe I stay in 3rd gear, use the wings, and try to go like 11 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 7. Ooh, that would get me exactly in front of the next turn. Okay, so I'm not going to boost or anything. I'll just stay here. Okay, now we get some craziness. We'll see. Green, I don't have that one, but green might be able to draft. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Just to show an example as I'm resolving it. So green got an 11, which took them right there. So they get to draft up to 3. They can only draft 1 before they reach another car, but there they go. Okay, and here's how things stand at the end of that round. Getting close to finishing the first lap, and I'm still in 2nd, barely, but a lot of people are catching up. Okay, so to share my kind of crazy plan again, I have 4 heat. So if I do a 6, and how much do I need to do? 11. So a 6 and what, a 3 and a 2? That would keep me in 3rd gear. So I wouldn't have to take a heat from going down. And I would go 11 through a 9 turn with the +1 there, which would be enough for me to get 2 sponsorship cards. But I would take 4 heat. Oh, so I'd have no heat. And I'd be in 3rd gear outside a place that I would have to take heat to go down. Suddenly this plan is sounding kind of terrible. All right, fine. Alternate plan. I'll go 9. I won't get the sponsorship cards, but I'll just take the 2 heat from wings. And I'll end up right here or right here. I'll be in 2nd gear, so I'll have to take a heat right now, but I can get rid of a heat from my hand to go down to 2nd gear. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's see how Gray does. By the way, this symbol means that this turn, the starred NPCs, white and green, can slipstream, which is cool. Yes, Gray's going 14, but he's just stopping at the 1 space. Ooh, I'll be able to slipstream him to the front of the pack. Excellent. Yeah, because I'm going 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why did I think it was more? Gosh darn it. Well, that's okay. I take 2 heat from playing wings, but with this being a 5 plus 1, 6 plus 3, 9, I don't take any more. And I get to return a heat from my hand. And let's get everybody else moved. Now, again, I think I'm playing this correctly. After some other people moved, white moved here, and they do have the ability to slipstream or get +1 movement. But I don't think the designers want them to use the +1 movement or use slipstreaming to go through a curve that they weren't already past the line for at the start. That just seems, again, a little silly to me, so I'm going to assume I'm playing that right. All right, here's everything it stands at the end of that round as we come into the end of the first lap, and I am horribly overheated. All right, so I'm still in 2nd gear. I'm 3 outside the 3 curve. So I need to get through there. What do I do? A 1 and a stress and hope that I get a 3 or 4, although I've got some 3s or 4s in my hand. Actually, let's do the 2 and the stress to be a little safer. Okay, and oh good, Gray's only gonna go 3 spaces. If I draw the right card, I can slipstream him. A 4 will work. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is gonna take one of my last 2 heats. To get the slipstream to first again. Oh, and this is the straightaway where I could boost, but no, not gonna do that. But since I was in that gear, I get to get rid of another heat. Let's also discard a 1 because we're in a long straightaway and see how that goes. All right, and let me take care of the other friends. All right, everybody's still pretty crowded, but not through the curve except for me and Gray. All right, so now this is a tough one. I am out of the water, but I could take a heat to go up to 4th gear And then I could play 4-4-3-3 and get right in front of the curve. The tough thing is, though, that leaves me in a pretty deadly situation, because I have to take a heat to go down to third gear and another heat to go down to second in the water. And then I guess the best chance I could hope for would be to have my wings to go through both turns at the same time. And what if I just did third gear and went 11? That would take me to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the wings would then get me through both turns safely. So let's aim for that and just go up to third gear playing those. So yep, I come sliding in there. And Gray, luckily, did not go very fast. Awesome. Although he's still in the turning spot, but he should not be able to go through both turns in one go. So that should give me a nice bit of leg room here. And man, they are really staying together as one big pack, aren't they? All right, and hey, I got lucky. Well, kind of lucky. I drew a billion heat cards, but I did get the wings I need for this next turn. Just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that would be, that'd be first gear. Could I even do that? I guess I could. It would cost me 2 heat, which would leave me with 0. But I could clear out 3 heat in first gear, which would... Wait, so it'd cost me 2 heat to go down, 2 more heat. Yeah, it would just barely survive, I think. So I'm dropping 2, which takes the last 2 heat from my card. Then I'm just playing the wings. I don't have the 2 heat to pay for it, but I can do that in whatever order I want. So I'll resolve my first gear 3 heat discount first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all 7 turns, and I went through in 6, so that's totally fine. Then, yeah, I put 3 heat back for first gear, and then I put 2 of them back. So I am actually 1 heat ahead. That's not too bad. Do I want this 2? I don't think I do. Okay, come on, Gray. Don't even make it through the turn. That'd be the best. Where'd they go? They went 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, they're a star. They would get to Slipstream, which they don't, so they get to move 1 more, which is still not enough. Ooh, okay, so they will get through both turns clearly, but I have a little bit of breathing room before they crush me on the straightaway again. Let's see how the other cards did. And here's how they ended up. Black would have almost been able to Slipstream and do all this crazy stuff, but all the cards in front were blocking them up because they had both a star and they were in second to last place, and Blue also didn't get to use their full bonuses. All right, my turn. I could go up to second gear and go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which would get me through the turn. No, but I'd go through the turn 4 over. There's no way I'd survive that, so never mind. Well, let's still go up to second gear so I can get right in there. Well, let's even do this in the 1 and hopefully move a little bit. Is that dangerous? Let's do the 2 and the plus. Okay, and I got another 2. That's fine. We're right up there. And I get to get rid of the 1 heat in my hand. Now, what do I want to keep? I need the 4 and the 3 for the straightaway. I might need the 1 for the corner. I guess I'll keep all of these. All right, now, a lot of these guys can get through. Gray is first. Oh, and they got a star. So let's see if I do this right. They're going 2 plus 4, 6. And they're already right behind me, which I think means they get the +1 speed since they didn't benefit at all. So they actually come up right beside me. Oh, no. All right, here are the results after moving everybody. Green didn't make it through any of them. Yellow got a drafting bonus. They ended here, and they got to move 3 more, so they're suddenly neck and neck with us almost. And purple is also through both the turns, although they're not going to make it through the next one regardless. All right, now what should I do for my turn? Should I go for the promotion cards? They might be my only chance of going fast enough to actually challenge these guys. What if I did a 1 and a plus? I mean, I might get a 4. A 3 would be perfect. Or should I just make it an automatic? Let's make it an automatic thing and not take any chances. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I get to put the 1 heat in my hand back. I get to draw my first 2 sponsorship cards finally right to my hand. These are single use. Okay, love this. Definitely gonna give myself 7 speed next turn. The super cool though, I'll have to think about. That would let me get heat cards from my discard pile, but it's a 0. If I don't use this, it will follow me into the next race, so maybe I'll just plan on doing that. But then I do take 2 heat from exceeding the turn, leaves me with 1 in my engine. And yeah, I think for the straightaway, I'm going to discard both of these and keep these big ones. All right, another big one. Gray's getting through. Yellow's getting through. Darn it, I think yellow will even be in front of me. No, actually, I'm slightly in front of yellow. I kind of wish I wasn't because of the slipstreaming bonus on this straightaway. And yeah, it's just the 3 of us past the turn with 1 big straightaway and 2 curves left before the finish. I did draw my wings, but I have a single heat in my discard pile. What if I just went from third or second into third and did these? That would get me 14, so I'd be still 10 outside the straightaway. That's kind of rough. But I'm sort of terrified about going up to 4th, which I'll use my last heat being further in the turn and then being in the water, so I can't even slow down safely. So yeah, well, you know what? Let's do a plus and hope I get a 3 or 4 just to get some of those out. Nope, I got a 1. That was dumb. So what is that? It's only 12. All right, let's see how much gray and yellow destroy me. Ooh, yellow's going 14, gray 20. Great. All right, here's where everybody ended up. Purple did not get through even with adrenaline, sad for them. And yeah, these other guys are pretty far ahead. I mean, yellow's not going to make it in, which means I might be able to slipstream them with the bonus. So I kind of want to aim for the 3 and hope they end up on a 3 or a 2. Ooh, although I got the emergency air system. Oh, but that's right. It's only for my discard pile. No heats are in my discard pile. Oh, there's 1 heat in my discard pile, but yeah, it's not enough. I guess I could go down to 2nd gear, use the wings to go 9, and then hopefully do a big slipstream to there. And I'd be in 2nd gear, so I could get 1 heat back, but I'd have to pay it, so I'd have 0 heat. But then I could use the emergency air system next turn to be a little bit safer, but I move 0. I don't know. I see no way for me to possibly do well in this finish unless I do that and take a chance. Because again, I don't have enough heat to pay for wings unless I stay in 2nd gear to get rid of 1. I could go into 3rd gear and play like the stress, a 1 and a 3, but that might not move me far enough. I mean, no, it definitely wouldn't move me far enough. So we'll try that. All right, what's gray doing? Move in 0, unfortunately with the +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they just make it through. Definitely not catching them. And yellow's going right to the 0. That's also terrible. Okay, so nothing I wanted to work out is going to actually work out. And then I go to the 3 as planned. I put 1 heat back and then discard 2. But yeah, now I am set up to use the emergency air system pretty well. And man, some of the bots caught up like crazy, except purple. They're all the way back at the other turn. But yeah, orange got a star to make them automatically move 20. That helped a ton. All right, so we'll see if I can get, I don't know, 3rd place. Maybe the best I can hope for. Having no heat is making me scared at the moment. All right, what do I want to do? I could go up to 3rd to allow me to play the E Mercury air system. Or I could stay in 2nd, which would get rid of 1 heat instead of 2. And do what, like a 4 and a boost? But if I got another 4, I would spin out. If I get a 3 or lower, I'll be fine. I think I'll stay in 2nd and do the 4 and stress. But first, let's see how the leaders do. Okay, gray is going, 11 with a star. So since the 20 is too much, they automatically go to the 0, even though normally they would stop at the 1. And yellow got a 2 + 6, 8. Oh, which means they are right at the end of the turn as well. Good for them. Okay, what did I get? Great, 7. So I'm going to barely not die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the sad part is that I don't get the sponsorships because I only went over by 1 instead of 2 with the +1. But yeah, I had to put a heat back for being in 2nd gear, and then it goes right to my discard pile. So I still have 0 heat for this finish, which is especially not great when, there's a really slow turn there that I'm not close enough to yet. Dang it, dang it, dang it. And here's where everybody else ended up, so at least I should be able to get 4th unless I spin out. But yeah, what do I want to do here? I could go to 1st gear just to play the 4, but I wouldn't get into the turn. But then I can get rid of like a lot of my heat. I could go up to 3rd gear just to play the 4, 2, and 0, but that would make me go over the turn by 3, which would be too much because the Mercury is only going to get rid of 2. So I guess my only shot to get through is to play the 4 with the stress or the 2 with the stress and hope to get exactly a 5. This is dumb. All right, I'll go up to 3rd gear, and yeah, I'll play that. And have I seen more 1s or more 3s? I feel like I've seen more 1s. So we'll play those. There we go. And hey, if it works out, I'll be in 3rd gear. I could maybe have a decent finish. All right, let's check all the front runners. Gray is going 2 + 3, 5. That's it. Not quite crossing yet. Yellow's going 6. Orange is also going 6. None of them got specials. And here's mine. Hey, that's just what I wanted. Heck yeah. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went over by 2, which is all the heat I have. But first I'll use the Air Mercury and get that out. But then I'm back to having no heat. And shoot, there's a very high chance I won't even be able to go into 4th gear because I might have too much heat in my hand. Well, we'll see if that happens. But I made it through for now. And yep, kind of suspected that. The best I can do is 3rd gear. Will that cross the finish line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to limp across, hopefully before the 4 people behind me make it. And wow, with some drafting and other stuff, they're all right up in there. So yep, I'm staying in 3rd gear and just playing what I got. I think it should be impossible for me to not get 4th place. Oh, geez, I forgot about purple. I've been moving them for like the last 2 or 3 turns. Let's try to recreate this real quick. Okay, I think I only forgot to move them twice, so I think that's where they would be. And the final moves. So yellow is going 13. Gray's going 16. Orange is going only 10. Still more than me, though. I go 8. So there we go. First place, Gray. Second, yellow. Third, orange. Me in fourth, Sadness. And let's wrap up the finish here real quick. All right, here's the final standing. Blue and green get enough to earn a few points, but white, purple, and black are out of it. All right, so I'm going to set up another race and show you how the second one in a championship goes. And my rivals will be the 2 current frontrunners, yellow and gray. They will get bonuses, and there's also going to be our starting positions on the line. All right, here we go. We've got turbulent winds in race number 2 in France. And this means that we will only be able to slipstream in 3rd or 4th gear, which clearly won't affect the bots at all, but will definitely affect me. I'm getting 1 sponsorship card for free. I can get more by going fast or slipstreaming through turn B. And yeah, let's see what else we get. All right, here, picking my next upgrade card. Got front wing. It's a 2, but it would let me draft up to 2 spaces to catch up to cards in front of me. I'd get to get 2 cards from my discard pile and shuffle them back into my deck, and then I'd discard 5 cards, although I can do that in whatever order I want, so I can discard 5 and then do the 2 from my discard, for example. Got gas pedal. I can play this as an extra card from my hand for that 1 extra little bit of movement I might need, and it also makes each boost move I took add 1, but it also discards 5 cards. Got air intake, lets me get rid of 1 heat from my discard pile, get 4 other cards from my discard pile, but I'm worse at going through corners and it's only a 1. Then finally, I've got pretty much the same card as the first time, a 3 body that will let me get rid of 2 stress cards. Air intake would go well with my other one that's getting rid of heat, especially because France is a 6 heat course, so it's going to be a little bit tight anyway. But front wing might be nice as well to kind of catch up to people. Gas pedal's always good. But yeah, I think I'll go for air intake. Then also get a sponsorship card that starts in my starting hand. Ooh, a 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's nice. And the weather I drew, this is mostly bad for me. It is -1 heat with cold weather, which means I'm going to have 5 in my heat pile compared to 8 in Japan. That's not great because I was definitely bleeding heat. Glad I got the card that dealt with that a little bit. But I did get lucky with this very short straightaway, unfortunately. It's going to let me cool 1 heat for free from my hand when I'm in there. And honestly, the tokens I got are pretty positive overall. Oh, that one's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be over there. But yeah, this turn is now a 4 instead of a 5, which honestly tends to mess up the bots as much as it might me. I got 2 free boosts this time, although here in this little tiny straightaway, you'll see later, it doesn't matter that much. But here, in the big straightaway, it's going to be awesome. And I got +1 to slipstreaming, although the bots can benefit from that as well if they happen to draw those things. And I now have marked that yellow and gray are my legendary rivals, so they'll be using this right side of the card. They'll also use the star side if their color is also starred. And I'm now going up to the higher difficulty level, which means I've shuffled in yellow cards, which have 4 stars per card, along with the green cards that had only 2. The next level up will be just yellow instead of half yellow, half green, then yellow and red, and then finally just red for the hardest difficulty. And all right, I got my starting hand. Let's jump in. All right, so I've got 13 spaces before the turn, which is a little tighter than normal. I can boost for free, so realistically I want to go, 9 or 10 spaces. So yeah, what if I play a 4 and a 3? Is that enough, actually? So 7, and then I've got so many 3s in my hand, I would probably get a 2, most likely, so that'd be a 9. That'd put me 4 outside the turn, but I have a decent... Oh, that's right, I can't slipstream unless I'm in at least 3rd gear. Yeah, 7, and maybe a 2, maybe a 4... Do I take a heat already to go all the way up to 3rd gear? Then I could slipstream, I could play another card. I don't know, it seems a little iffy already with only 5 heat to go around. I'm going to hope that I can slipstream one of the 3 of these guys, so I'm just going to play those and be in 2nd gear. All right, so here we go. Let's see how things work out. So gray is trying to go 16. That's too far, so they're going to go to the 2 spot. They're not starred, so they don't get that. And if they were clearing a corner, they would get +2, but here they get 0 bonus, which is fine with me. Yellow, though, is in a starred spot, but they're just going to go to the 1. Oh, that's right, but they get +1 movement since they didn't have to use the drafting, so they're going to be right there. By the way, in between the videos, I did go on Board Game Geek and see if anything had clarified if special abilities like drafting and slipstreaming can let them go through a turn where they didn't start in front of the line. There's definitely no official consensus. There's no official answer, but many people agreed with me that it would be a little silly for them to move like 20 spaces, then go through a turn, and that it could break the game. So I'm going to continue playing that if they're not past this before they start their move, that none of their abilities can let them pass the turn. All right, then what did Orange do? Ooh, Orange is going slow. Maybe I can pass them. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, and I'm going 7, and I'm going to do my free boost. And no, and okay, a 2. Is that good? Oh, that is good. I go there, and oh no, I can't slipstream unless I'm in 3rd or 4th gear. Darn it. Although now I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, now I can at least take just 1 heat and still get through that turn without slowing down a ton. So I want to be able to go exactly 5. I'm in 2nd or 3rd gear. I don't want to use this yet, so I'll discard that to save it for later. Let's keep those, I guess. Getting good. I got a few options to do 5, although I also got all my stress. Wonderful. All right, here's where everybody is after the movement. Am I in? Yeah, I'm in 7th place. Great. Good start, Mike. Yes, even if I move 5, I might not make it through the turn if everybody's crowding on me out of it. Well, we're going to try for it anyway. I think I want to keep my extreme options, so we'll do that. Although I'm half tempted to just play 2 stresses and hope it works out, but that's probably dumb. All right, let's see. Ooh, this time this is going to help out a lot. Both gray and yellow are going to treat the turn as 2 higher. That'll be big. Yes, yellow's moving 9. Or no, 8, because of the -1 instead of 6. And gray's moving 7. All right, so they're back to 1st and 2nd. Okay, but luckily for me, white didn't block me out. And no, I can't slipstream. God, not being able to slipstream except at gear 3 or 4 is terrible, especially when the bots don't care for anything they're doing. Well, I still go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only taking 1 heat, so it could be worse. Oh, and I got my air in tank. Maybe I will use that next turn to get that 1 heat back. And oh, lovely. Now I'm in 8th place. So hey, I can get some free cooling and a free movement. Awesome. You know what then? I'm going to do 2 stresses for this one. Should I go up to 3rd gear just so that I can actually slipstream? Because the 2 is only going to average to 5, right? All right, sure. Oh, but there's a freaking 2 turn coming up. But sure, what if I do that and go into 3rd gear? With my adrenaline and the possibility of slipstreaming, maybe that'll be better. I don't know, man. This is not going great. And this time, the 2 legends have this symbol, which means kind of like the chevrons on, the aggressive corners, the chicanes. They can cross an extra corner if able. I mean, it's not going to happen here, but in some situations, that could be devastating. And yeah, kind of predictably, there's no room for me to do much of anything here. So let's just see what happens with my stress. Okay, so I went 6, which I'm sure is, more than I could go. I can't stop there and slipstream in. Well, I wouldn't want to anyway. Okay, so I'll just end up back there. And yeah, we are all crowded in except yellow, who's managed to get ahead. Yeah, gray, even with their power, well, actually, no, their powers helped them this turn, was not able to get through. All right, so I think I'm going to drop back down to 2nd gear and go 4. That will get me 2 heat, but it'll also get me the sponsorship card. And gives me a little bit of wiggle room to, get through this dang turn. I mean, alternatively, I could use the wings. I mean, gosh, even with that, even if I did wings and air intake, I'd be, I guess that's only 2 over. But then I'd get 2 more heat -1. So I'd have, 1 heat left in the can? But I would be close enough to clear this corner. All right, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Might not matter a lot. Oh, man, yellow's treating the corner as +2. Oh, and so is gray. It's going to be great for them. Yeah, so yellow's going 4, 6, 8. Just jetting through there. Geez, gray is going 7 past this turn. Okay, at least he didn't quite make it all the way through. Okay, here's the situation when my turn came up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I couldn't have slipstreamed anyway. Definitely not going to boost because I would die. So I take 2 heat from wings. I can use the air intake, put one of them right back. Oh, and for the other ability, I can grab up to 4 cards. I'll grab the 1 heat, that's my entire discard pile, and shuffle it in my draw deck so I get the chance to get rid of it faster. Oh, shoot, I forgot the air intake. -1, which means I'm +3 and -1. That'd be a 4. I already did it. So I'll just take all 3 of the rest of my heat. At least I get a nice, that is a nice card. 2 heat reduction, if I can hopefully draw some of it. And I did draw a bit of heat. I mean, I'll just probably do the 2 2s to get rid of the 1 heat going into the next turn. All right, and everybody else made it through, so still yellow is just way ahead. But so it goes, so it goes. Yes, free boost is totally worthless here, but I will go ahead and play the 2-2s, leaving me in the second gear to get rid of the 1 heat I have. All right, and yellow's doing the thing where they move 20. Oh, they don't need that much, but they will go straight to the 0 instead of to the 2 where they would have gone. It doesn't help gray at all. They just kind of slowly move through. But I'm not much better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couldn't have even slipstreamed if I wanted to. But hey, I get 1 heat back in my engine. And for the moment, should I keep these? I'm not going to draw 2 heats. They're all in my discard pile. Yes, maybe I discard that, but keep the brakes to try to go fast in this straightaway. All right, let's see how everybody else does. And green, black, and purple did not make it through the turn yet. But I'm in third place. All right. I want to keep the brakes. I'm going up to a 3 turn here. So maybe, what if I went up to third gear and did 9? I'd be 1 outside the turn. Maybe I do it like that instead. Because even a 4 wouldn't be too far. I might go a little bit further back and then be able to slipstream somebody. Let's try it. Oh man, yellow's just going to blaze ahead. Gray's not even going to benefit from that. Yeah, so look at yellow over there. Gray's there. Hey, let's see if I can slipstream the guy. Oh, can I? That's an 8, which, yeah. Oh, that's optional, right? I don't have to do an extra slipstream, do I? Yep, just checked. You may add an additional step. I do not want to, because then I would certainly die. Ooh, just to show it, white just moved to the 3 spot, and then they have a star for a slipstream. Ooh, and they can use the bonus, so wow, he comes right into second with me. And yeah, here's the situation after everybody moves. Blue moved up quite a bit. Gray is all the way back in 6th place. Take that, rival. Although, again, if their point total falls below the top 2, they will not be my rival anymore anyway. Oh, and I forgot to discard. I mean, the brakes would be nice to give me some flexibility here. I might want the 4 for the straightaway coming away. I guess I'll keep all these. Although I do want to go through stuff faster to get to my heats. That's okay. All right, here we go. Could play the 2 1s and then freeze the 1 heat out. Oh, that's right. I get to get rid of another heat if I end my turn here, which I will be, but it won't matter because I only have 1 heat in my hand. I could go for a 1 and a stress to get it out of my hand. How bad would a 4 be, though? That would be a 5. I would die. No, I wouldn't die. I would barely survive. But what are the chances? That's probably fine. We'll do that. All right, this time the legends are impeding. That means that they take up every spot in the lane they come into. So they just kind of block the way a bit more. And we got more drafting for the starred people. Okay, here's the situation coming to my turn. Yellow had a decent run. White went pretty far because they had a 2 plus a star to get +1 more since they couldn't draft. All right, and I got a 4. Okay, so just 1 over. Sorry, you can't quite see it, but it's a 3 turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 1 heat back in my engine, and then it comes right back out for the turn. Oh well. All right, so I want to go 5 to get through the straightaway. But then I also want to have as big cards as I possibly can. The brakes will help with that. I could do like brakes and a stress to make sure I directly get over that. So let's throw away the 1 for now to dig for bigger numbers. And okay, I got him. Bunch of 4s and a 1 and more stress. Okay. Now let's move everybody else. All right, here's where things ended up. Black and gray actually drafted with stars to get past. Well, I guess gray would have gotten past the turn anyway, but black, I think, would not have, so that was cool. But yeah, I'm back in what? 1, 2, 3, 4th place. All right. So yeah, I think I am going to do that just to be 100% safe that I can get the 5 I need. Although, do I? Do I do that to have 3 be in 3rd gear to slipstream and 4th gear for next turn? Yeah, I think I do. I don't have any heat in my hand to clear away being 2nd gear anyway. I mean, could that mess me up? I guess if I got a 1 and a 4 and another 1, that would be 6, which I could not currently handle. But I've got like every 4 in my hand, right? I think literally. Yeah, there's 3 of each number, right? So I'm totally fine. Although the chance of me being able to slipstream these guys, is that even possible? Oh, if they went 0, then I could slide in behind them, so sure. And nope, they're not going 0. In fact, white has got a star, so they're going to be way ahead. And this one for the legends means they are nimble. They are never blocked on a spot. You literally just put them on their own little space like that if you need to, so they can like always fit on the farthest lane they would reach. But this was lucky. Look, yellow's only going 9 instead of like the 20 they could have. Yay. But then the bad part, both blue and white went far enough that I can't possibly do anything with them. And how far did I get? Okay, I got a 2, so 1, 2. We'll call the break a 2. Barely get through there and take 1 heat. So I'm back down to 0 heat, but I'm in 3rd gear, so I can go up to 4th. This is a straightaway with a free boost, so I should be able to do pretty well, especially with my 3 4s. And I guess I'll use the stress for the last one because the 2s aren't going to cut it. And here's everybody ended up, not counting yellow, who is like 10 spaces ahead. We're just about done the first lap. So yeah, it's not going great, but it could be worse. And here we go. Time for some speed. So I'm doing that and getting a free boost, which is good because I have 0 heat. But first, yellow's probably going to say bye. They can slipstream. Doesn't matter. Oh, they're only going 11? Wow. I mean, they still make it 2 outside the turn, but they got 2 bad cards in a row. Oh, but white went 18 and blue went 20. So wow, the legends might not win, or the rivals, I mean. All right, I know I'm not going to go that far, but let's see how we do. Okay, we got a 3 for that. Then I am going to boost. No, a 1. Great. So what is that? That's 12, 15, 16. See, I'm still pretty far back. I bet orange will pass me 2. Oh, nope. I am 2 ahead of him. Okay, I really want to get to some heat cards to clear them back. So let's discard just everything except the heat. And okay, I got 2. Oh, and I got my clear 2 heat thing. Although I might, well, no, I guess I can't really go slow enough. So good. Okay, this will help me get stuff back in order a bit. Ooh, if I use my air intake as well, yeah, I have lots of heat in my discard. Here's where everybody else ended up. Yeah, gray is really not doing that great, which is good because they're in first place point-wise. So if they fall back, that's only good for my standings. All right, now what do I want to do? I think I actually just want to drop the 3rd gear because I just realized I can't drop the 2nd. I will die. But then for my 3, I can play a 3, my special 4 one-time card, and my air intake. That'll get 3 heat back for me, and I'll be right at the front of the corner, or at least as close as the other cards will let me be. Yeah, it seems like a good play. But first for our friends over here. So blue is going 3 plus 4, 7. And yellow is blocking everybody and going 5. Oh, actually, 5 plus 1, 6. And yeah, he's put him in the middle of the road to show nobody can go past him. And what's white doing? They're just going 6. Yeah, so all 3 of them are past the corner. I think 3rd place is best I'm going to do here, unless something weird happens. Meanwhile, I'm going 8. This lets me get rid of 2 heat. Then my air intake lets me get another heat back. And now I can shuffle up to 4 things back in. Well, honestly, I'm going to put both my heat back in because I want to draw them and get rid of them, especially since I'm about to go slowly here. And then, I don't know, 2 2s to maybe help me get through the slow corner. Actually, a 2 and a 1, and then start getting some more 4s up in there. All right, and okay, I drew 1 heat. That's fine. I'm going to try to go in 2nd gear this time. I don't think I want to use the wings. I want to save that for the 2 press corner, right? And here's how the 6 front runners look. Gray used their power up to go straight to the 0 spot as if they had pulled a 20. And then luckily they started blocking after I already got there. They don't push me out of there if I'm already in the space. And here are purple, black, and green, pretty far behind. All right, so 4 would be safe, and I kind of want to be safe. Well, let's see. How far would 4 take me, though? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with my wings, which is the plan. Yeah, that seems great. So let's go down to 2nd gear and do a 1 and a 3. That'll give me my 1 heat back. But first, all those front runners. Blue is going 3. That's enough. Those jerks. Green is going... That doesn't help at all. Okay, so they're just going 5. Also a jerk, just made it through. Okay, but white's got to not be making it, right? Yeah, they're not even in the corner yet. So they just go to there. Okay, then I come through in 4. Don't take any heat. I'm up to 3 heat in my engine again. Do I want to keep any of these? I mean, the wings are going to get me through there, right? That was the plan. But honestly, the rest of this is fine. Oh, I lied. I have 4 heat in my engine. I'm almost perfect. Yeah, and the last one's right here, although the wings are going to mess me up again, but cool. All right, here's how things stand. I'm, gosh, circling, what place is that? Not a good place, definitely not. Actually, with that in mind, should I try to slipstream or something? And then maybe use the wings to get through faster? Oh, but that's right, the slipstream might have to be in gear 3, so the lowest I could go would be 5, which would get me past anyway. And then I'd take 3 heat. That would leave me with only 1, plus the 1 in my hand. So then if I went down into 2nd gear, I could get that heat back before I use the wings. Is that worth it? I mean, otherwise I just don't see me ever getting ahead. So sure, we'll try it. Yeah, again, this turbulent winds is devastating. And of course, the bots don't care at all. Oh, the legends got their cross multiple corners thing again, which doesn't matter. Okay, here's where everybody ended up. Actually, not too many special things to go around. And this is good. I can slipstream. So I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop! Into, what is that, 4th place? But again, that has taken 3 of those. Oh, but I get another sponsorship card. a 4 and get 2 things back from my discard pile. Meh, that's fine. I'm actually going to discard both of these because I really want to get a 1 to go with my wings so I can get through the next turn without exploding too much. And no. Oh man, I feel like the stress might be enough. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. And all right, here's where things end up. So yeah, I'm in fourth place. Not bad, not bad. That's right. This is where I can boost for free. Meh. Okay. What do I want to do here? I mean, I feel like I'm going to get a 1, maybe. So if I do that, I have a slim chance of surviving. Seems dumb, right? Seems a little bit dumb. I guess I could just do 5. And that would give me 1 heat, which is less than wings. I just wouldn't be as far. Maybe I save the wings for later. But I feel like there's a 1 on top, right? Like, I mean, there's at least 2 1s left in the deck. There aren't that many cards. It's probably stupid, Mike. I'm going to do that because I just want to get through the turn. Oh, and actually, that won't blow me up because I'm not using the wings. So if I get a 4 and a 2, I can put this heat back and then use them both. But hopefully I get a 1 because I feel like there's a 1. All right, blue is slipstreaming. No, they aren't. They're in the lead. So they're just going to get +1 to B7 movement. And yellow's through 2. Gray just barely makes it through. And I knew it. I knew there was a 1. Gosh, I don't know why. I just felt it. Okay, so that I can't slipstream. So annoying, but it's fine. So I get rid of a heat, but I gain a heat back by 1 overshooting the turn. But I guess I'll keep all of these. And then I kind of want to use my BWE Racecraft to get my heats back into my deck. Oh, I've got the air intake. That'll be good too. And here's the situation. Me and Gray are still fighting for third. Black didn't even make it through that turn. Sorry, buddy. And these guys are all clumped back here. All right. I got 1 heat in my engine. I'm in second gear. I didn't draw any heats. And I have 11 left to go. And there's a +1 slipstream spot. All right, so that being the case, let's go up to third gear. Let's play my air intake. Maybe play this one because I don't really care. And what's my last one going to be? That would get me 9. And then I could slipstream 2 to try to get into the center. Yeah, that seems about as good as we can do. And then I'm saving my wings for the 3 turn that I'll be right in front of. That should be good to make me set up better for the next turn. I mean, if I want to use them, it's a lot of heat. All right, blue and yellow don't make it. Blue doesn't make it. It only goes 3. Oh, and yellow can't make it, but they do go all the way to the 1. Oh, and what's the... Oh, they could have slipstreamed, but nope. Oh, but gray might slipstream. They are going to the 3. Oh, and then, yep, all the way to the 0 with the +1 slipstream. Wow, gray has made it to first. But I think I made it there too, right? 9. So, yeah, it gets me to 2 and slipstream. Okay, I'm in second place. Yeah. Oh, and I get to get a billion cards back, and I also get 1 heat to my engine. Yes, I get to put up to 6 cards back into my deck. Let's get every single heat. Wow, all 3 of them. There we go. And then maybe I'm in front of a slow thing, but no, I'm going to use wings probably for that. But still, let's put like a 1 and a 4 and the other 4 just for the straightaway coming up maybe. I don't know. All right, there goes my last sponsorship card. Do I want to discard these? I don't think so. I think those are all pretty fine. Okay, that's a little faster than I want to be. All right, let's see where everybody else ends up. All right, here we go. Coming into the last 2 corners. This is where everybody stands. Black and green way far behind. All right, so yeah, what am I gonna do? I guess I could drop to first gear, which would... I've got 2 heat in my engine. So if I did that, I would have to lose 1 heat to go down to first gear. But then I could put this back, and I'd have no heat in my engine, but I'd be there. Which, I mean, gray might be able to be that far if they get a +3. But besides that, I should be slightly in the front. But I would be in first gear. I guess then if I take the next corner in second gear... And then I can go up to third or fourth with the free boost on the straightaway and just hope I do really fast stuff. So yeah, I'm dropping all the way down to first gear and I'm going to have no heat. This is great. Oh man, the legends, or no, the regular people are slipstreaming. Oh, gray. No, gray's in front. But gray could go over another corner. That shouldn't matter either. Okay. Oh, and gray's not going very far, so this is all good. So yeah, gray goes just 4. No, they got a star. They go 5, the extra 1, because they can't slipstream anybody. But then I go into first place. Okay, so I could cool down 1. But I could do that anyway because I'm in first gear. Yeah, so I have 2 in my engine, but then I lose them both. So I have no heat going into the finals. But I also got fast cards. Oh, but I need like a 2/2 or a crud. Let me get rid of one of these 3s just to give me more chance of drawing nice cards. Oh, that's not it. Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, maybe the 2 stress will be okay, because there should be 1s and 2s left in my deck, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, and then yellow, the other rival, comes in there. All right, I got a little bit. I mean, they might not even make it through the turn. That'd be awesome. Blue is really showing that they're not as impressive. They're all the way back there. Yeah, I got lucky. All the ones that got stars this time are not the ones in the front. All right, here we go as we go into the final corner. Oh, man, I can't believe I'm in front. It's probably not going to last. And yeah, I'm going to second gear and playing those because I don't have any other options. All right, so here we go. That's good. It's not as good. But no, I mean, I still get through. But I can put up to 1 heat back and take 1 heat. Okay, so I am going to still have no heat in my engine, so I won't be able to go up to 4th gear. I'll be stuck in 3rd gear, but I will have the free boost from the straightaway. See, I'm definitely keeping all these cards and see what else I can draw. So yeah, my only chance here is basically for gray to draw terribly twice in a row and or yellow. Okay, that's pretty bad, gray. They are nimble, which doesn't really matter here. They do get past the turn, but they are at the furthest back. Now, I wish they would have drawn this next turn to only move 9. And then yellow also only went 4. Oh, man. And then what about blue? They went 7. Crud. All right, here's where things stand before the final turn of the video. And, you know, all I got is a 3, a 4. This is if I go into 3rd gear. Another 3. How far does that take me? 10? Is that even enough? Okay, it will be enough with the free boost. Thank the Lord for that. So, yeah, I'm going 10 plus 2, 12. Yeah, just barely made it over. Blue or gray could pretty easily catch me. I just got to hope that they don't both catch me. But let's see. Oh, blue looks small. Nope, it's a 20 because they have a star. Gray's also a 20. Okay, well, they both destroy me. Gray is ahead, so they get there first. Stupid bots. Actually, gray blocks the entire place when they get there, so blue goes 1 behind. Doesn't matter because I'm still in 3rd. Okay, and then yellow goes 5. That's it. Oh, they do block the area. And let's see where everybody else ends up. All right, there's the rest of the pack. And let's do a few more turns to wrap it up since I am tracking stuff. Okay, yellow. Oh my gosh. Goes 19 plus 1 because nobody slipstream, and you also can't slipstream the final turn, so 20. Yeah, they definitely did fine. Green goes 11. They barely pass. Orange also goes 20. Gosh. White goes 14. Just passes green. And then we're purple and black. So purple's going 6 plus 1 for adrenaline. Black's going 5 plus 1. And final turn just for position for the next race. Purple's going 15 plus 1. Black's going 18. Oh, plus 1 as well. Oh, which means black barely ends up in... No, oh, there is no 9th place on this one. All right, here we go. Gray is still in first with 18. Yellow's still in second with 9, so they would still be the rival for the 3rd race. Blue almost caught them, though, with 8. So, again, they could become the rival for a future race. I'm in 4th place with 7. Orange is in 5th at 6th. Green and white both have 1. Purple and black has still not gotten any points. All right, so there you go. That was 2 entire races and using the new Legends module. And what do I think about it? So first of all, things I love. I love how flexible and quick it is now to change up the difficulty setting. Again, here I mix green and yellow, but just yellow, just green, just red, any kind of mix of things. Allows you to make the Legends harder or easier. Now, there's no way to make them incredibly easy. Basically, the original way of playing is the easiest they get. So if you're just terrible at the game, there's not really much here to help you out with that. But besides that, being able to level up the Legends is great, especially for the tournament mode like you saw here, because you are getting slowly stronger and stronger. So this allows the champion to kind of consistently be a challenge for you. I think that's awesome. As for the new additional system where you are giving stars to certain racers at certain times, it mostly works well. The only challenges I have with it, there are a lot of colors. Yes, some of them aren't in the game yet. Which ones is it? It's that one. Lighter green, yeah, so like beige, tan, lighter green, and pink. You know, I do worry that with those colors actually in the game, if you want to run a 12-car race, or even if you're not running a 12-car race and you're just trying to see which number you should use, that definitely adds a little bit of extra calculation and cognition time. It wasn't too bad for this game. I mean, I did cut out all of like kind of the thinking and moving of the bots. So the 2 plays put together with commentary probably took me about 2 hours altogether, which isn't nothing. It's definitely longer than the game usually runs, but I don't think it's an inordinate amount of time. Now, the actual bonuses people are getting from stars don't always help them, but they get +1 movement anyway. They get to use adrenaline now, which clearly helps keep everybody in contention a bit more. You saw in this game, I didn't have too much of just tons of cars falling way, way behind. They tended to be at least kind of close, which is certainly better than it's been in the past with the solo mode. And then the rival thing definitely helps some. I mean, gray ended up in first, and yellow was in first or near first almost the entire game until the very end. Now, sometimes the abilities aren't very helpful, but it is still a good thing to keep the championship challenging, because otherwise you might just have random cards being in first each time, and it would be a little bit too easy for your score to be the highest. You know, like if gray had gotten first and then nothing, then my 7 would suddenly be very close to first place. So it keeps the tournaments more challenging, and it's also just kind of an interesting way to have nastier cars, but not too many to run with too many extra powers going on. The new sponsorship cards are nice as well, not that you really need more of those if you have the other expansions, but hey, it's something. So overall, I like the Legends expansion a lot. Now, you definitely don't need it if you never want to run a race that is bigger than 7 cars, which is just kind of a lot to track. Then you also don't need it. If you don't think you'll play the championship mode, then I really don't think you need it, because the game's swingy enough that the changes in difficulty don't necessarily matter in a single race that much anyway. And the expansion is still annoying, like the Legends mode has been in the past, in that they just don't explain some of the key details of how some of these things work with where the bots are. Like, am I playing correctly that the bots can't pass a corner? I think so, but who knows? They could have written like an extra paragraph or two in the rules to clarify that, and they didn't. Hopefully there will be official answers at some point to make sure we're all playing correctly. But those are minor annoyances. I like this expansion a lot, and hey, it's a lot smaller and cheaper than all the track expansions, and honestly, I think it gives you kind of more variety and control of your play experience than those do. So as a solo player, or even to somebody who wants to put more racers in their multiplayer games, I think this is a great expansion and definitely worth picking up. Thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, Dan, J. Willie MF, Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.